Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the brand new Four Horsemen design Power Lords Power Soldiers. That's right, the Power Lords are coming back. Now, if you've never heard of the Power Lords before, it was a line of action figures that were released in the 80s by a company called Revel. It's a bit of an obscure line, but it is a pretty neat one. And it happens to be the latest property that the Four Horsemen have now received the rights to, which means they are making brand new action figures based on these classic characters. Now, not only are the Horsemen planning on releasing brand new action figures based on Power Lords, but they're also looking into doing new media, which means they're creating some of their own characters for this line. And they kick things off by giving us some brand new characters in the form of these Power Soldiers here, which are essentially just army builders for the Power Lords line. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at these guys here today. As you can see, the figures are a lot smaller than the original ones. The original Power Lords line was around the 5 to 6 inch scale depending on the character, and this new line is going to be in the 4 inch scale, so they are shrunken down a little bit. These two characters here, like I said, are basically army builders. So they're kind of basic in design, but that simple design is also very cool looking at the same time. I actually really like the look of these guys. There are two different ones in this first set. First of all, we have the one that is in this awesome sleek white color, who features this black face mask and this black triangle type shape right there on his chest. And that's really the only color we've got to him. But it's a very cool looking generic trooper. I really like the style of this guy. He does feature two accessories, one which is a larger gun type weapon, which does feature two handles, which he is able to hold on to both handles easily, or you can pose him with just one of the handles. He also features this staff accessory for standing at attention. The second trooper is done in all black and features a different head sculpt, which has a red face visor and the same little triangle on his chest there. He also features those same two accessories in the larger gun and the staff accessory. Now, the articulation on these guys is pretty good. The head is on a ball joint, so it can roll all the way around, turn left and right, look slightly up and down. You got ball joints at the shoulders there, so the arms can go outwards, upwards, downwards, swivels above the elbow, standard joint at the elbow, and swivel at the wrist there. You got a swivel at the waist there. You got the standard joints of the legs, so the legs just move up and down. Then you have swivels right above the knee, as well as nice ball joints there, so basically the knees can just bend up and down and rotate left and right. You've also got swivels right above the ankle, as well as a nice ankle bend. So there is some pretty great articulation here. The only place you could probably say it's lacking is in the thighs there, since the legs only move up and down, but for the most part, the articulation is really great on these guys. And the reason I'm emphasizing how awesome it is because these figures utilize the Glyos system. Now, if you are unfamiliar with the Glyos system, it's a system that is used for action figures that was created by O'Neill Design, in which all of the parts on these figures are removable at the joints and interchangeable with one another. And the reason I specified how awesome the articulation was is because I believe this is the first time we have ever seen ball joints utilized on the Glyos system. We have awesome ball joints at the shoulders there, all those great joints, yet everything can still be pulled apart just like all of our Glyos system toys. Stuff we saw used on the Outer Spaceman, another line from the Four Horsemen, but even they weren't as articulated as these new Power Lords are. So that means you can swap all the parts between these two Power Soldiers here to create your own cool looking custom figures. But at the same time, that means that these will work with any of your other Glyos compatible figures, like the Outer Spaceman or anything from O'Neill Design. I think that's incredible. And what's really great about the way that these figures look is that they look like basic action figures and they articulate like basic action figures. So if you're somebody who doesn't care about the Glyos system, it really shouldn't affect you here. These guys are nice and sturdy. The joints don't fall apart. You don't have to worry about anything falling off of the figure, and the articulation still works pretty great for somebody who is just a basic action figure collector. But if you're somebody who loves the Glyos system, you're going to have a lot of fun mixing and matching these parts to build some really cool, crazy creations of your own. And I cannot wait to see how the rest of the figures in the Power Lords line turn out using that same system. I have to say that these Power Soldiers have me very excited to get some of those classic characters in this brand new style, and I'll be very excited for their release in order to add them to my collection. Now, these Power Soldiers were available first at PowerCon this year, so if you want information on all of these figures and to stay Make sure you stay tuned to www.powerlordsreturn.com and www.sourcehorsemen.com for all the latest news on Power Lords releases. Until next time.